Jorge Prado, you are back home. How do we feel?
Feels amazing. I'm very, very happy to get back to the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing team. Feels like home. This will be my 14th season racing for the team. So yeah, very, very happy, feeling comfortable with the bike and with the whole crew. So just happy we could make it happen.
So you've been off the brand as a whole for a little while now. When you first jumped on the KTM, was it like something where you felt similar to what the Gas was? Was it like pretty comparable, or was it like you trying to figure out a whole new bike?
No, as soon as I jumped back on the KTM, the bike felt like the bike I've always ridden. So everything was clicking from suspension, frame, engine, everything felt right to me. So I was very excited. The guys here at KTM did a ton of work, and I could actually see a big step on the bike, a big improvement from the bike I rode in 24 to the bike we are racing right now. So I was actually like surprised. I was like, oh man, this feels good. I can feel the step.
The thing that I like when you were riding today is you seem comfortable on the bike to where you flow on the bike. You flow really well. And somebody made a comment on my Instagram, which actually made me laugh. It says, he looks like a Euro again, which I don't think that is a disrespect. I think that is what the style that you became a champion with, you know what I mean? And the way I interpret it is like, okay, he's back to like his normal self, his riding self. You're flowing on the bike, you're throwing little turn down whips, stuff like that. Like, what was kind of going through your head, like doing the first media day today on the team?
It felt good. I mean, I've been riding the bike for a bit, and it just feels comfortable. So I was excited. Track was so good this morning.
New track.
It was new track,
yeah.
And it was just flowing, right? And like you said, I feel like now that I'm riding again with KTM, I could really I'm riding more like myself. So this is more my style, right? So maybe lower RPMs, more calm, and then I was actually flowing pretty good. So I'm feeling comfortable.
Yeah. So you're teamed up with two of the most American guys in our sport. What's something that you can maybe teach them about Spain, about Europe, about any kind of like world culture? Like, what's something that you hope you can bring to them that maybe they're not aware of, or like some type of like coffee between races? I don't know, something stupid, right? Like something generic, whatever. But like, what's something that you're going to be able to help teach these Americans?
That's a good question. A bit out of
out of left field.
Out of the normal questions.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that we have a bit different mentality too on a lot of stuff. So I think once we get going as a team, and then we get to know each other better, then we will be more free on going on different opinions. You know what I mean? And as a Spanish, this is very different to other cultures as well, because we are Latin. We are just different. We express ourselves a lot, I think we can learn a lot from each other, from different cultures. So, I'm very open, and hopefully, if it makes us better, then it's good for everyone.
So, and then speaking of those two guys, this is a team of 3 450 premier riders. How do you think that changes racing? Maybe I don't know how you would help each other in certain situations. You have to look out for each other in certain situations, stuff like that. Like, how do you think that changes when you have 3 450 guys?
Well, I think it's a very, very strong team for the...
It's good to see you laughing.
Sorry, Frank, it's just making me laugh so bad.
But Prado, it's the best thing in the world to see you happy. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. So, but to the question is,
yes.
3 450 guys, one team, premier riders, what's that going to be like?
No, I think the Red Bull KTM 450 team is very strong for the 26 season, and I feel like we have a great group of riders for Supercross and outdoors. Having Eli, for example, with already a ton of championships in Supercross and a lot of experience, and then having myself for outdoors with also a lot of experience racing motocross, I think it can be a very, very good team, and one of us got to put that KTM on top.
Yeah.
That's it.
What in my opinion is, you have Chase, who left the team, but he performed well on the bike. He had good results on the bike.
Yeah.
That's got to be promising
Yeah.
for you and for Eli. You know, like, is like, okay, somebody was just on the bike. AP's done well on the bike. You know what I mean? It's not like you're going to a brand new team where it's like you've never seen results before. That's got to feel somewhat confident.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going back to a place where I know it worked for me in the past. So it's going back to a safe place. Plus, you could see this year Chase doing very good with the KTM too. So, I mean, it's not a crazy decision for me. It's going back to a place where I know it worked for me in the past, and now getting back on the bike and feeling right, it just confirms that it's the right place for me to be.
So, what at the end of the season, let's say motocross season, because Supercross, I still think you said it earlier, you've only had really 4 normal Supercross races.
Yeah.
Like, what defines success for me in Supercross, and then define your personal success in motocross? Because, like I said before, I cannot wait to see you ride outdoors. You know, like, but what how do you determine your success on both sides?
Well, I would say in Supercross, my goal is to complete the whole series, because I've never ridden a soft Supercross track before. So when we go east, then this will be a whole new thing for me. And then results-wise, I would say if I can be in the top 5 would be a very good season for me, like a very, very good season. Then going into outdoors, fighting for wins. I don't accept anything else than fighting for wins. That's it.
So when you said about going East Coast and riding the tracks that are especially out there, are you living still in California? Are you going to stay in California?
So right now I'm living in California, but I maybe move over to the East Coast.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
One of the things I noticed this year in 25 that racing the Supercross or end of Supercross, especially in the whole outdoor series from California, it's very hard. The whole traveling, a lot of hours on the plane, time change, it's not the best. So I think if I can make it happen to go east, it will be very good for me.
Yeah, that's because a lot of people, you see a lot of people that are on the West Coast, and you see it on the amateur level, you know, where it's like the guys that are on the East Coast and the South, all that stuff, they do better if they're living there. And so I always wondered, like, you being out here, if it would be better for you to move out there. But we'll end it there. Good luck this season. I mean, I'll see you more as the season gets closer and stuff like that. You doing anything for Christmas? You going home?
No time to go home.
You're staying here.
I'm staying here.
Good.
I mean,
okay.
My goal is to be 100% for A1. I can't lose time.
Okay, there you go. All right, good luck this season.
Thank you.
There you go. All right, Julian Beamar, podcast guest, actually.
Yeah.
First one out of all these jokers here that I've interviewed so far. You have the esteem of being a podcast guest.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get the boring questions out of the way. All right?
Yep.
How are you recovering? How are you feeling? The people need to hear it. They may not listen to one of the other media channels, and maybe they listen to mine. So tell me how you're feeling.
Extremely well. I'm doing extremely good. Dr. G and the crew are really happy with my progress during this time, and G has told me multiple times that I'm a bit ahead of schedule than where he thought I would be. So we're really good. Mentally, physically, I'm in a good spot, and now it's just time to wait.
So we had intros today. I bet you were chomping at the bit to like be out there with them.
Yeah, especially during the off season, like you always have. I mean, off season's grind time. So when you have a day like today, it's team intro. Everyone kind of gets to enjoy riding. I feel like it's not all we're testing or we're doing motos. Like just enjoy, go out there, ride your dirt bike, throw some whips. I feel like intro day is like one of the more fun days. So it kind of sucked to sit there on the sideline and watch, but.
You have somebody, I think, joining the team or has joined the team that you're friends with.
Yes.
You know, Jorge Prado is somebody that you spent a lot of time with, you know, in the off season. You guys weren't on the same team before and you guys spent time together. You know, you guys are friends.
Yep.
What is it like for you having somebody join the team that like you're legitimately friends with? Like what kind of energy has that kind of brought to you?
It's actually really good because, I mean, me and him talk a lot. We hang out quite a bit. And obviously now, like I felt like, obviously last year he's in preseason at their facility. I'm at mine. Like we don't get to hang out quite a bit. So obviously now I think him being on the same team, I get to come to the track, watch, take notes, see things he's doing, see things that maybe I could take for when I get back. So obviously being able to be close with someone like that on our team and relay information. Obviously when I get back, it'll be more towards outdoors, and obviously he's, I believe, technically one of the best when it comes to outdoors. I don't think anyone, I think he is very similar to the way Jet rides in outdoors, very calm, very calculated, and it's something that I need to work on a lot because I'm not very good at that, obviously. So
yeah, somebody made a comment earlier today when I posted a video of him, and it said and I don't think that this is meant to be in a negative way, but I think you could understand it, and this is why I'm bringing up this comment, is they said Jorge's looking like a Euro again, which in my opinion, it actually is a good thing, because what you talk about his style and all that kind of stuff, like it does seem like it's him, you know? He
looks a lot like he looked in Europe on the bike in the past. What I seen during 2025 wasn't Jorge Prado. I didn't see that guy. And obviously being at the track now, watching him ride, like you see that the Jorge Prado that you see winning world titles, things like that, you see that guy's back. So I think that's the biggest thing for me, is you see the happy Jorge.
I said that today too. So I've also asked them how it feels to be on a team of 3 different guys in the 450 class. Now I get to ask you the opposite. What's it like for you being like the lone soldier in the 250s? Like it's just you know what I mean? Like there's no other 250 guys to lean on. Like all the 250 stuff just really like ends with you. What does that kind of look like through you? I mean, obviously you're not on the bike right now, so it's going to look a little different, but like, how's that been for you, knowing that this season is just, you know, Julian Beamar on the 250 and that's it?
I think it's good for me. I think that's what helped me a lot in Supercross, was obviously when you're racing coasts, you don't have that teammate on Saturday. You don't have that guy to fall back on if you have a bad night. And I think for me that helped me a lot in Supercross, where it was like I have to perform. Like if I don't perform and I come back to the truck, like we know how it's going to go. So for me it was really it's really good for me, I think, and I think that's why I performed really good in Supercross, was because I knew I had to perform. I was confident. I had you almost carry it on your back. So I think when it came to outdoors, like obviously if I had a bad, I was good in the beginning of the season, but if I had a bad round, it was like, oh well, Tom did good today, so at least I'm not going to get like. There's going to be some happy people, like I'm not going to get my ass chewed out. And then obviously I think for me, like just eliminating that, like, okay, when I show up on Saturday and I have a bad day, when I get back to the truck, I know I'm getting my ass chewed out and I deserve it. Like, that's how it's going to go. But I felt like I almost had that security of like, even if I had a bad night or a bad day, I'm not going to get my ass chewed out because another guy had a good day. Like, if I have a bad day now, it's on me. Like, I deserve to get my ass chewed out. So I think that's extremely good. And for me, I think it's going to help me a lot, is just I got to show up on Saturday and I got to perform. It's on me.
Talk about like the recovery of what you've been kind of going through and looking at the positives, because I think a lot of people that are into moto go through injuries, and they go through times of, you know, kind of what you're experiencing, right? Where that thing that you love to do has been taken from you for a short period of time. But like, talk about mentally getting through this moment and learning from it and making it not necessarily a positive, but like something that you could actually bring positives from it. Like what are some of the things that you can encourage other people that maybe are going through, you know, a pretty severe injury, you know, as well? Like what's that kind of been for you?
You know what the biggest thing for me is I think going into the injury, I had a rough outdoor season, and obviously I lost the Supercross title, which I wasn't happy about, but I really put an emphasis, like I feel like during Supercross, leading into the season, and I've said this on other outlets, leading into the season.
We don't like them. No, I'm just kidding. They're good.
Leading into the season, I was very structured. Everything was perfect. Like, slept at this time, I ate at this time, I went to the track at this time. Everything was scheduled. And as the season went on, like when you get into all the social media beef, all the banter, all that stuff, you start to get in that mindset of like, I'd be on a bike ride and I'd be like, oh, what am I going to post today? What meme can I post? What can I start? Like, what drama can I create? Things like that. And then your emphasis and energy almost gets put somewhere else. And then you show up on Saturday and you're like, oh, I went to sleep at 10:30 instead of 10. I got 30 minutes less sleep, like, or I messed up my sleep schedule a little bit. So I think just almost realizing when I got back to, like, when I was in the hospital bed in Charlotte, and you almost try to reflect on your season when you're in that moment. And I was thinking of the things that, like, I did wrong, and I didn't listen to people. I didn't listen when Dr. G or Davey or them told me, hey, put the phone down, like, step away from all that stuff. And I didn't listen. And you're laying in the hospital and you're like, I probably should have listened, or I should have done this different. I should have done that different. And for me, right then it was like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change this, this, and this. It's going to stay that way. It's how it's going to be. And I think for me that was the biggest thing, is I laid in the hospital bed and I replayed every moment you could possibly imagine from this season. And you know, when you don't know it in the moment, but when you replay it and you realize, you're like, damn, maybe I could have done this different. Or maybe if I did this, I would be better. Maybe if I did this, it wouldn't be this way. Or there's so many hypotheticals you think about and you realize, like, I regret doing that, or I regret this. I regret making that decision. And I had a lot of those moments this year, and I think for me it was a big learning curve, and obviously not having a lot of spotlight on me in the past, and then you get thrown into this, like, you're winning Supercross races, you're fighting for a championship, and you're one of the best in the world. Like, you almost, it took me a while to learn how to handle it, and I think now I'm in a much better spot. And I think this injury has really helped me to realize, like, what I want out of myself, what I see in myself, and what I need to improve on. So that's big for me.
Good. All right, that's good advice. What I told you right before we started recording is, and what I asked AP and Tomac is, Prado is a Spaniard, right? What's something American he can be taught at the end of the season? Like, what is something that we can, like, turn him into a full-fledged American, or whatever it is, right? And I'll tell you what AP says, but for you, what is something that we can really make Jorge a true American with?
I don't know.
Tomac, so I asked that Tomac.
I don't know.
I asked Tomac, and he was like, I have no idea. You could tell I caught him off guard. And he goes, ask AP. And then so I put all the pressure on AP, and he gave me, he gave me a good thing. You know the Freedom Funnel?
No.
It's the Hawk beer. Beer.
Yeah.
It's called a Freedom Funnel. And I kind of forgot about it. He goes, if one of them gets a win, he's like, we're going to make him Freedom Funnel. And, like, that kind of made me laugh. Like, seeing Prado shotgun a beer.
He'll never.
I know.
He'll never. Never.
But it'd be funny.
Never.
It would be funny.
It would be incredible if we could get him to.
He just won't do it.
I put it on 1 in a million.
If he wins a championship, maybe would he do it?
I would make him.
Yeah.
I would force it. I'd be like, bro, you just won the title. You're doing this.
Yeah.
Would he do it? Probably not. I'll bet $1 million. Like, I would bet anything in the world on it. He would never do it.
All right.
I would say, dude, you know what? Because we were talking about it. Because obviously, like, I think you have to almost be in Florida for outdoors, especially. So we were talking about it because we're both planning on moving to Florida at some point.
He brought that up.
Yeah. So we're both planning on moving to Florida at some point. And I'm big into golf. Love golfing. He's never golfed. He doesn't even know what a golf club is.
Okay.
I talked to him one day. He's like, no idea what golf is. Doesn't understand it. We were at Southwick, I think, and I was watching. I think it was either the Master. There was a
big golf tournament.
A big golf tournament.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it in the motorhome, and he's just lost. No idea what's going on. And so I was like trying to explain it to him. Did not work. So he calls me and he's like, "Oh, I've been looking at these houses on this golf course." Like, and when I tell you, this is one of the nicest golf courses in Central Florida, I would say. And especially a community golf course, like housing and whatnot. Bruh. He's like, "Yeah, I've been like looking at these houses on this golf course, da 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 da." And I'm like, "Dude, to what? Never golf?"
Yeah.
The nicest golf course. And I was like, so my goal by the end of the season, we're gonna have Jorge in love with golf.
All right, there you go.
We're gonna get him into golf.
Okay.
That's my goal.
All right. So we'll end it there. Good luck on the recovery. Obviously, we want to see you back on the bike and repping that 13 as quickly. I hate that you're not 23 anymore, but
Yeah, I only replaced the 2.
that's a good point. That is a good point. But I want to see you back on that bike. But first and foremost, I really want to see you have a full and no pain, or have a pain-free recovery. But get on that bike soon. Can't wait to see it. I'm happy for you. Being here and being teammates with, I think, some fun guys, and make the best of it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm ready to get back. Get through this recovery, get through this injury. Yes, my back's broken.
Okay, I didn't want to bring that up.
If you guys are wondering.
My back is broken.
My back's broken.
Your back is broken.
Yes. No, get through this, come back swinging, and have a good outdoor season. So I'm excited to really fight through this thing and be back as soon as I'm 100%. So thank you guys.
AP, the cowboy, the veteran of this team. Like, it wasn't that long ago, you know what I mean, that you were kind of the new guy on KTM. Talk about this this new team that you have that has been assembled around you. What's new?
Dude, yeah, Eli and Jorge. A lot of knowledge coming to the team. I know Jorge, he was on Gas and that's the same family, but I believe that him being here along with Eli, it's just going to grow this team, man. I do feel like we're going to learn a lot. We are going to do some really, really good things. And yeah, I said this before, but I don't know why, but I have a really, really good feeling about this year. And yeah, I mean, from first glance, we get along great. And yeah, it's going to be a really, really good year.
So let's get the boring question out of the way, because I guarantee you've been asked this 10 times already today. How was the off season? Like, obviously it did not end the way that you wanted it to, right?
Yep.
How's the health? I have to ask that.
Yeah.
I know you've been asked. I know you've already answered it. But how are you doing? I mean, and talk about the positive side of it too, right? You get to spend more time with your family. You maybe get to go to some places that you weren't able to go to. I saw you on Instagram, like, stories in your swimsuit way more than I ever thought I would, like stuff like that, right? Like, but talk about this off season and how challenging it's been, but also how rewarding it's been.
Yeah, man. This but health is good. First off, I feel awesome. I wake up every day feeling more energized than I have in a really, really long time, and it goes throughout the day. And then, yeah, it sucked at first, for sure, because it wasn't a physical injury, and I just felt like I was like useless after Spring Creek. But yeah, I got to spend a lot of time with the family and a lot of, calm time, and not like going through the airport or doing this or doing that. It was just like at home. And I got to, take my kids to school more than I have ever since they started school. And yeah, just be with them. That was like the blessing in disguise. And then my 7-year-old Jake had his first race. That was at my dad's track. That was really, really cool because we could all be there. And then, yeah, it's just been, I mean, at first, yeah, it really sucked. But as time went on, I got to, calm down and just embrace that I was getting to spend that time with my family. And then, yeah, got to shoot a little snippet in a movie was like MX Sports are coming out with it. But,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not
Okay.
like
I was like, oh, dang, he's a movie
not like
star.
a Michael Bay or
Okay.
anything, but no, maybe that's a new thing. And then got to go to Bristol, Bristol Speedway for the NASCAR race.
Speaking of car racing, I saw today you're in the 24 hours to lay mullets.
Well, no, it's not 24 hours.
Or the
It's 2.4.
2.4, sorry, 2.4.
It
I'm a
makes it
big
look like
Cletus
that.
guy. I love
Yes,
Cletus
dude.
McFarland, one of the funniest. LS George is a big moto guy.
Yes,
Like-
he was actually at Charlotte SMX,
Okay,
and we were
all right.
signing autographs.
Yeah. He's a huge moto
That's
guy.
kind of who got me into.
No way.
Yeah, because I actually, before agreeing to going to Paris, which I did that, I think it was like Colorado or like somewhere around there. But before agreeing to that, I agreed to do this Le Mullets race, and that overlapped with Le Mullets. So I was actually a little bummed out that I wasn't going to be able to do it. And then when the sickness came around, I pretty much said, yeah, like I'm not going to be ready for Paris, and I'm just going to focus on getting ready for 2026. And yeah, we're back in it, baby. And my teammate is none other than freaking Michael Waltrip. So that is insane.
It's so fitting.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
It's so fitting that you're doing this, dude. It was killing me when I saw that.
I'm stoked. Hopefully it'll bring some eyes and
Oh, it will.
you know,
the
knows,
the
some
audience,
sponsors.
the audience, yeah, that's the key.
That's my
That's
eyes.
the key.
So
But what a lot of people forget about is like how those audiences kind of cross over. But back to moto, because the people that are going to be watching this are going to be like, all right, let's talk about moto. So you're coming back on the team, right? The bike hasn't really changed too much. You've been here for a while, you know, all that stuff. Like, is there anything that you've kind of focused on the bike, or any kind of setup, or you don't have to tell me specifically, but is there anything like that you're kind of looking at, like, oh, maybe we figured this out, or maybe we're going to try this? Like, how's the prep this time?
yeah, I mean, today was my 4th day back on the bike, so I haven't had too much time. I've just been kind of just focusing on riding, and just like I've been having fun riding. And usually I look at Supercross as like something sketchy and this and that, and like I've actually over the past couple of days have been really stoked to ride Supercross. So that's way different for me, if you know me. And yeah, so it's been awesome getting back on the bike. And as far as changes go, you know, over the next couple of days, I'll test some suspension stuff. But as far as right now, I think we have a pretty solid base setup. But I do feel like, I do think that they have some really, really good stuff to test, or I've heard really, really good things about it. So I'm excited in that sense. So maybe there'll be some bigger changes, but I won't know until Thursday or Friday. So I'm just open. I'm coming into it with an open mind, and not really needing to change the bike. I feel like over the past couple of years, I was riding so much that I just got on the bike thinking about what to change and what's wrong with the bike, and now I can just get on the bike and ride and not have to think, and just kind of let it come to me, and just like focus on body movement and riding style, other than, you know, what can I change here, what can I change there on the bike. So I'm just kind of trying to fix the bike with my body instead of, you know, trying to change clickers and all that.
They're all the same personal sponsors on board?
As far as right now.
You re-signed Thor is it this year? I can't remember. Now I'm like thinking about it. I remember you announcing it, but I can't remember exactly when it was. But when you came out today, and I was like, I don't know why it hit me that I'm like, oh yeah, AP's still in Thor. And so you still have them on board, which is pretty cool.
Loyalty, baby.
Gear looked great today.
Dude,
I'm a big white gear guy, you know, so it looked good. But yeah, I mean, it's good. In my opinion, I think it's good that you are coming back to a stable environment after the off season that you had.
Yep.
You know, like it would suck if you had the off season that you had, go into a whole new environment, learn a new bike, learn new team, whatever it is. And so I think it's actually a good thing. So to the Tomac thing, all right, because it did make me laugh, is you and Tomac are the two quote unquote Americans in our sport, right? Like the fans definitely peg you as a true American. They peg Tomac as a true American too. Everybody always is, the U.S. boys. What's something at the end of the season that you hope Prado is more American from being your guys' teammates? What if there's one American thing that you could teach Prado like that, and that he believes and like takes to the rest of his life? Like, what's something American that he needs to bring in? Yeah, I got him too.
Yeah,
I got him too, and he said, and he put the pressure on you.
All right, so, I mean, say we win a championship this year.
Yeah.
Any of us. I'm going to teach him how to properly shotgun a beer. That would be the most American thing that I could think of, other than like trying to change his, Spanish heritage.
Yeah.
And I don't, I'm not into that.
You could. What's the eagle? The eagle beer shooter.
Oh yes, the freedom funnel.
The freedom funnel.
Yeah, the freedom funnel. We could do that. We could.
Seeing Prado with a freedom funnel would be pretty damn hilarious.
Dude, we might do it. Hey, say we win a championship.
Freedom funnel is coming out.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
So,
and maybe play a little Toby Keith in the background, get to learn a song or two.
Yeah.
That could be my goal this year.
So the other thing too is you guys, and I've asked every one of you this so far, this will be the last question, is you guys are on a team of 3 450 riders. That's not like a privateer team. This is a full factory premier team. What is that to you? Like, what does that mean to you that you have 2 other guys, not just one, or you're by yourself? You spend a lot of time by yourself. What is it going to be like for you having 2 other teammates out there this season?
It's gonna be wild. I just said this yesterday. I was like, man, it's gonna be weird having 3 of us out there, because I think it was in 22. We had Marv, myself, and Coop.
Yeah, that's right.
Marv actually got injured, like, I think before the 2nd round or the 3rd round. So that didn't last long. So it's really just been like the 2 of us, or me and somebody else.
Yeah.
And then obviously Ryan and Antonio came on board for that year in outdoors, but yeah, that was only for a select few races. So yeah, it's gonna be something to get used to for sure, because I'm used to seeing one of my teammates out there, not 2 of them. So yeah. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be, like I said, we're gonna grow this year. We're gonna be really, really competitive. We're gonna be really good, and I think we're gonna show them what the orange machine's made of.
All right, good luck this season, brother.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Eli, welcome to the team. Obviously, it's a big difference for you. I want to get the boring questions out of the way. You've already been interviewed 1,000 times already today. I'm sorry, but for my viewers, I'm gonna have to ask you, how does it feel to be on a new team? How was it riding the bike for the first time? Give me the whole spiel of that world.
It's been refreshing, and I'm surrounded by a great race team. So it's an exciting thing to look forward to, to the 2026 season. And then we've got some races coming up here soon in Vancouver and the Gold Coast. So we're gonna go racing quick, but overall, man, it's been a great start. Just sitting on this bike, it feels good. Like I feel very comfortable on this bike. So. Of course, you find out really when you go racing, but so far so good. And just walking in here the first time, it's unbelievable seeing this race shop in this facility. So they're committed to racing. Yeah,
you walked in and you made a comment earlier that you said it smelled like a race shop. That's because that ETS racing fuel. That's what you're gonna be running now, But talk about the racing side of things. You are getting straight into it. You're not wasting time. How do you think that that's going to change your setup? Getting on a new team, getting yourself familiar, all that kind of stuff. Like, do you think that you're able to learn stuff faster just getting in that race pace setting and stuff like that, or how does that work for you?
Yeah, I do think it's a good thing to go throw yourself in that environment. It's really as soon as you can, as long as you're not way off. And So it's going to be a good thing for us leading into the next year.
So you have, and I asked Jorge Prado this too. You and AP are like the two American fan favorites. Like you're true American. AP's a true American. Like that's what the fans label you guys as, right? What is something that you can teach Jorge this season to be more American? Like what's something that's going to stick out that you're like, all right, we're going to turn Jorge into this. Like we're going to just teach him how to be an American. What's something that sets out to you?
Oh man, I don't know. I think I'm going to leave that one to AP.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw you guys all wearing the cowboy hats. That was good.
That's one way to get it going.
Yeah. Get him a set of spurs or something like that.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of your time in Colorado.
Yep.
Do you foresee yourself, because you're on a new team, do you foresee yourself being out here more because the headquarters and stuff like that? Or do you think that you could get most of your stuff done in Colorado?
It'll be in combination. Of course, leading up to the race, we'll have California tests and whatnot. And then, so I'll split my time between Colorado, Arizona, and California. Okay. So it'll be mostly West Coast. And then we'll probably sneak in an East Coast test somewhere in December.
Yeah, get all the different settings. Yep. You also kind of been notorious for steering the bike with the rear of the bike. Like as what I've seen, you have good corner speed, all that kind of stuff. When you first jumped on the bike, was it something that really clicked for you immediately, or was it something that you kind of had to adjust some of the settings and then it clicked? Mm-hmm. Like was it right at home when you first got on? How did that work?
I would say I really like where the wheels are on this motorcycle. It kind of sounds weird to say, but just where the front wheel is and how the swing arm feels. This bike, it's in the direction that I like.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So some of the fun questions, right? You're a dad. How did the kids handle dad switching teams? Like, is it something where they're like, oh, this is cool and exciting? Like, do they get all new gear, all that kind of stuff? How'd they take it?
I don't think they really even know what's going on. My kids are young. I mean, I've got a kindergarten and pre-K.
Oh, they care.
So, but I'll tell you what, they'll be stoked to get some of those mini bikes.
Yeah, the little toys.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I forgot to ask you one thing. Speaking of AP and Prado, this is, I think, this is definitely the most recent team, but I don't remember one where it had 3 450 guys, right? Premier 450 guys. It's you, Prado, AP. And how is that going to be when you guys are like at races? Like, I mean, the team dynamic is maybe changes, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Like, what's your opinion on having 3 guys compared to just having 2 or 1?
Well, I haven't, like you said, I haven't really dealt with it, but I don't feel like that's going to be any negative at all. Like these guys have plenty of resources to make all of it happen, and we've got a solid team surrounding us all, and I don't feel like there's going to be too much push and pull on that affecting us.
So you've been in the sport for a long time. You've seen it evolve. What's the biggest change mentally or culturally that you've seen since you've started racing?
I was at the beginning of really when social media was starting to take off, so that's changed a ton. I mean, let's change the world, right? In the very beginning, I don't even know if there was like Instagram. So really what's like culturally is social media. Like I've been part of that transition.
Yeah, you definitely have.
Like that was 2010, somewhere in there, like 2009, so like Twitter, whatnot. But so the instant access to
everything,
to seeing people ride, to there used to be this. And I wish I was a part of that era of it being more of a secret on what's going on preseason. Now everyone has access to everything. Everyone knows what everyone's doing. It's the world we live in.
Yeah. All right, so last question. This is kind of a bad question, but it is what it is. I'm asking all you guys. Define success. At the end of the season, what's success to you? You're on a new team, so there is that element, but you're still a champion. You're still a race winner, all that stuff. So you expect to win. What is success going to look like for you at the end of the season?
Oh, it's winning. There's no question about that. Success is with this race team, it's winning. Yep.
All right, good luck this season. Thanks, brother.
Thanks.